So I'm Brian Foote. I'm the CEO and founder of Block 30 Labs. We're going to be the first project to fully launch on DigiByte today, so we're excited to announce that. We started Block 30 Labs because we wanted to help blockchain become mass adopted. It's a great technology, but too few people are using it yet, and we wanted to really simplify how the customer can buy, sell, and invest with the blockchain. We're excited about it, and we want to be that final mile solution to help people be able to put it in their phones or their wallets or their checkbooks and go. We had a really selective matrix that we wanted to look at for DigiByte. Speed, security, scalability, decentralization, community, and DigiByte just checks all the boxes. Decentralization to us means a collective group of people working on a project that comes together and has the ability to make change, whether that's economic autonomy or technologies that can change people's ability to do business together with greater levels of disintermediation. And DigiByte has that, so we wanted to work with them to help take that to more people more quickly. The next phase begins today here at the first annual DigiByte Blockchain Summit. So we'll announce that we're the first project to ever launch globally on top of the DigiByte network and putting that speed, scalability, and decentralization to work in very simple ways for global customers. So I think decentralization is very interesting in the sense that we haven't really crossed that bridge before. Everything we've done up until now has been, for the most part in modern society, very hierarchical and corporate. So decentralization as a model is unique in the sense that it brings people together from around the world to build technologies and breakthroughs. Our job is to then package that up and take it out into the world in very simple ways to compel global adoption. I think some of the keys are just packaging it very simply for the customer. If you look at the way credit cards package the idea of taking paper bills into a plastic swipe card, it took years for that to catch on. But they did it with window stickers and simplicity of branding and a couple of major brands that were harnessing that swipe technology. And I think blockchain's at that threshold moment as well, and we intend to do that. The DigiByte community is amazing. I mean, we have had so much good fortune to interact with the people who not only build the technology with DigiByte, but also the community around it. The human layer that surrounds DigiByte is as good as the technology, and that's what makes it a dual threat. Yeah, so it's going to be super exciting today. We were just meeting with Jared and team last night, and they're going to do a debut of the first ever DigiAssets platform today. We're going to put that to work for customers in a couple of different ways. One is a buy and sell feature on our marketplace, so taking an asset and putting it into a securitized token between two people in a fully disintermediated relationship. So in plain English, taking something you have and offering it up to someone else who wants to buy it or a portion of it and putting it into a securitized token on the blockchain. It's a really exciting development because it reduces a lot of white-collar fee layers and a lot of redundancies that you see in the marketplace. So we're very excited to announce that today, that people will be able to buy, list, and sell on our marketplace. The second way that we'll be putting DigiAssets to work is through tokenized baskets of other assets. And that's a complex way of saying you're taking the model of ETFs, where you have component assets inside another holding. You're doing that inside a digital token. So we see stock certificates moving from sort of that paper, analog, white-collar model into a tokenized model where you can have digital assets that hold either other digital assets like Bitcoin or Cardano or DigiByte. And then secondly, multiple assets. So taking a DGB asset like the Block 5 and putting top stocks or real estate or bonds all into that one token for the customer. So we're calling it the Nest thermostat moment of finance. So at Block 30 Marketplace, the customer will be able to create a security token that reflects whatever asset it is that they're trying to exchange with someone else or a group of people. And that's the exciting debut of this, is that there are many redundancies and fee layers in a lot of traditional markets where people are trying to do business, but they need to go through so many human intermediaries and file cabinets and folders to get there. a security token takes and places that business between two people in a totally disintermediated environment. So there's extreme implications for economic autonomy and activity. So the DigiByte asset itself has some complex constructions on the back end, but the importance of it is that it reduces simplicity and friction for the customer. And our whole goal at Block 30 Marketplace is to reduce friction and to create ease of use for these technologies. So underneath the hood, you have a lot of complex technology, but the shell of the car will look very simple to the customer so they can just get in and drive. The marketplace will cover a variety of industries. The technology is actually not what holds this back at the moment. It's rules and regulations by domicile. So in the United States, you may have a totally different set of rules and regulations than you do offshore or in Europe. And so what we're excited to talk about today is that the technology is ready with DigiAssets. It's now figuring out where we can go and do that business. So whether it's a global real estate transaction or a physical asset listing or an acreage of winery, these sorts of things can be done between global buyers and sellers. It's a matter of finding what vertical markets we can serve in the correct countries that have the rules and regulations that will be able to do that. So we're looking at things like real estate, businesses, everything down to concert tickets can be put on the blockchain. It's just a matter of figuring out where we can do that business and then moving quickly to capture market share. We're heavily focused on compliance at Block 30 Labs. A big part of the blockchain intersection has been that it's been slowed down a bit by the different rules and regulations that touch all the businesses that blockchain can serve or disintermediate. And so we're working heavily with our legal teams to figure out where we can do this business because the technology is ready and the customer is ready. But unfortunately, innovation has outpaced regulation in places like the United States. So we're excited to try to keep pace with that and be the first guys through the door when regulation catches up. Block 30 Labs in 1 year time will be a marketplace, a thriving marketplace where people are buying, selling, and investing on the blockchain, which is something that the technology is capable of right now. We just want to put it in the hands of the customer in one click on their mobile phone through DigiByte.